Hello there and welcome to another Andre's Extra video on Unreal Gold. My next main YouTube project, my next big Unreal project is going to be Unreal Tournament. I want to start playing through Unreal Tournament and showing you guys everything in Unreal Tournament. But before I do that, I thought I would make one final video on Unreal Gold, one final extra video, just sort of showing off some features of Unreal Gold and some settings of Unreal Gold and just behind the scenes stuff. So the first thing I want to show off is the different player models and their different gestures. So if we, I'm just going to let the intro play out. Sorry, not the intro, the flyby, just enjoying the flyby here. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that, yeah. So if we go new, advanced, and we open entry, well, it's interesting. There's this map entry, and there's this map entry MP. As far as I'm aware, they are basically the exact same map. Like, I'm pretty sure right up to the byte, they are the same map. But for whatever reason, in Unreal, you have both of these maps. I think entry is like the main map, and entry MP is like the multiplayer. MP for multiplayer, maybe? I don't know why. But either way, I'll just do entry MP. Okay, yep. So here we see this. There's a mirror in front of us, so we see our skin. We are playing as female 1 and Gina. So now, if you actually click certain buttons on the keyboard, you can actually do certain, like, I guess, gestures, or I guess nowadays they'd be called emotes or taunts. If you click J, you do your taunt. So for the female 1 player class, it's like squeezing their breast. Then if you click K, you do the victory taunt. It's like a yeehaw. And if you click L, you do a wave. And lastly, if you click F, you do a feign death. So if I do this, zoom out, you can sort of see that's the taunt, the victory gesture, and the wave, and the feign death. But of course, different skins have different emotes, different gestures. So if I go to female 2, you can say Sonia. I have to actually reload the map now. Now we are playing as Sonia, so let's see what Sonia has to offer. Let's see her taunt. She also squeezes her breast, but she squeezes her other breast, the other side. Sonia's yeehaw, her victory taunt, is a it's switched. It's all the other. It's all like the. Is Sonia meant to be left-handed? That's interesting. That's a bit of Unreal lore I didn't know. Sonia is meant to be left-handed. You can actually choose the hand that your weapon is in. By the way, like if I go, not that preferences, game, weapon hand, left. You can play left-handed, but I think in the mirror she still appears. Wait, if I reload the map, not Botmatch. If I reload the map. That's not what I wanted to do. Whoops. Is it? Nah, it's still. Even though I'm holding the gun in the left hand, in the mirror, Sonia's still the player model is still right-handed. Interesting. I prefer the weapon hand to be right, or sometimes center. You can also do center, where it's in the middle here. But I prefer right if I can. Oh, now I've damaged the mirror. Okay, let me reload the game. Wait, did I just see what I think I just saw? I saw it just said mirror mode there. Mirror mode is a secret. It's actually a secret feature of 227J or 227K, and I'm not entirely sure how to activate it. I think you have to do a new game like maybe if you do new game. Wait a second. If you do it several times, does it happen? Let me try. So I'm just seeing if I can get it back. I don't know how to get it back. But basically, in mirror mode, it mirrors the entire like game. So like you can play through the campaign of Unreal where left and right have been switched. So like every map, effectively, where you normally turn left, you turn right, and it's very confusing. And I once activated it by accident. I have no idea how to get it back. Like I said, it's like a secret feature that they sort of put in as a joke, or as like a sort of like an Easter egg, I guess you could say. Now I'm really curious how to get it back. Wait a second, maybe I have to switch to weapon hands. Maybe if I switch left. If I switch center. Is it there yet? No, it's not. Okay. I'm sorry about this. Let me get back to showing you the emotes. I just saw mirror mode for a second before, and I was like, man, I really want to see how to get that back. Okay. Still not there. Okay. So, like I said, Sonya has the taunt, the victory, and the wave. So it's J, K, and L, and lastly F is feigned F. Okay, now let's look at some of the guys. You have male 1. I think Carter is Carter the default one? I think Carter's the default one. Okay, let me. Hey, it's there now. It's there now. Maybe if you change character, and then maybe you have to change character, and then go to new game. Anyway, I'll show you mirror mode. It is so confusing. If I play a game in mirror mode. Oh my god.
Prisoner H/9 escaping.
Okay, this is so confusing. This is so confusing. Oh my god.
Prisoner 4 escaping.
Okay, that's an idea. That is an idea for a playthrough. I actually want to make a video. I'll be playing through Unreal in mirror mode. That will be confusing as fuck. But not today. Not today. I just want to see whether that's how you activate it. You have to change character, and then go. See, the problem is I don't actually know how to get it back. I don't actually know what you got to do to get mirror mode back. Maybe it has to be Carter. What was it? Carter? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all, and I might never actually get it back. I have no idea if I'll get it back ever. Maybe you have to do like, maybe it's to do with the taunts, maybe something to do with going. So Carter's, or the male ones, like the taunt gesture, the taunt emote is you put J, and they show off their muscles. K is like, you are out of here. And L is the wave. And then you have F for feigned F. Wait, I'm gonna click J, K, L, and now open it. Did that do it? Did that do it? I don't know. Did that do it? Sorry, I'm still curious how to get this this mirror mode. Like, I literally found it by accident when I first installed, I think it was Unreal 227J, and I have not been able to get it back ever since, except for today. Okay, let's look at mail 2. J is the taunt. Once again, showing off the muscles. Is that the other hand now? Yeah, I think it's the other hand. K, the victory taunt. You are out of here. And L, the wave. And feign death. Hey, it's back again. It must be something to do with clicking J, K, L, then feign death. At least now I kind of know how to get mirror mode, so that if I do decide to try to play through a playthrough of Unreal on mirror mode, I'll know how to do it. I hope. I hope I can get it back. Either way, mail 3. Let's do Bane. Okay, we got, once again, showing off the muscles. We got the you are out of here victory emote. And we have the wave. And we have feign death. It's still there. Remember? Oh, see that at the bottom it says the world is not as it seems. That's the flavor text for mirror mode. If should use mutated in this game, man, they could probably use someone to help them. This whole menu and these features were not in the original Unreal, or Unreal Gold even. This is all 227 stuff. So it was made by the community, and it's like, man, if should use mutated in this game, they could use some work on the English. Okay, now we have the Nali player. So the Nali player is interesting because it's actually, it is not, the Nali player is sort of, it's not really, okay, so if you install Unreal or Unreal Gold, or basically either one of them without the 227 patch, then you can't actually play as a Nali. The Nali player is sort of like semi-encoded. They sort of like put in the code of the game, you can sort of like through cheats or through typing in a command, sort of force yourself to be a Nali player, but it wasn't fully implemented. It was like half implemented. One of the many unfinished features of Unreal. And then in the 227 patch, they basically they fixed it up, made it a fully working version, and basically made it like a fully working feature of Unreal Gold. So you can play as a Nali, you can be normal Nali skin, Nali priest skin, or Nali statue skin. However, when you play as a Nali, you actually have, well, let's see if this actually works. So if I go, go play as a Nali. Why is it not working? Maybe because I'm on entry MP. Maybe multiplayer won't allow me to play as a Nali. Okay, let me try normal entry. Why can't I play as a Nali? Oh, maybe because I'm doing single player. Wait a second. Okay, let's get out of single player and let's go. What should I do? I don't know what half these game types even do. Like, once again, in Unreal Gold, this menu doesn't exist. This whole advanced, like, if you're not in the 227 patch, this whole secret menu, not secret, but this whole menu of showing off all these game types doesn't really exist. This was all implemented in 227, and that's why there were all these. It's kind of peeking a bit behind the curtains and showing you a bit kind of like what all the game types sort of in the code. So usually all these game types, all these game classes will be hidden from the player. They all just be implemented in the game code, and it would happen automatically. But in the 227 patch, they allowed this advanced menu for choosing a game where you get to see all these game classes. Let's just do if I go test game in Unreal game entry game info. Can I spawn as a Nali now? Yes, okay, I'm a Nali. Nope, as a Nali, I'm actually taller than normal player. So you can actually see this player is actually, is... The Nali player is actually taller than the human players, which can be a bit of a problem, because if you're playing as a Nali in co-op, or like, I think you can play as a Nali in co-op, or like if you're just playing as a Nali through the main campaign of Unreal, you actually can't fit in certain areas because your character model is just literally taller. But yeah, without the 227 patch, when you typed in a certain command to like force the game to make you play as a Nali, even though it wasn't fully implemented, you actually didn't hold a weapon. Like your model, you held a weapon as the player, but the model didn't hold the weapon. You were just a Nali standing there. But in the 227 patch, they basically programmed in so that the Nali actually holds the weapon. But like I said, differences is you're taller, and you'll notice you only have 80 health. This is sort of an idea that they... once again, another unfinished idea, where they had the idea where you could play as different player classes, and each player class would have a different health, but some other attributes. It was like for the Botmatch and the online and the co-op player, you know, the idea is you could be a Nali or a human or a Skaarj, and each one would have its own benefits and detriments. It was like this sort of, you know, how do you call it? Like a choose your class sort of game. But they never did anything with it, except for, in the final game, when you play as a Skaarj in Botmatch or co-op, you have more health than a human. And when you play as a Nali, you have less health. But like, there aren't really any other benefits to being a Nali or anything other than you're taller, which is even just its own detriment because you can't fit in certain places. But either way, what are the Nali's commands? So if you do J, the taunt for the Nali. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Okay, J, the taunt does nothing. If you do K, the victory, it does the praying. And if you do L, it does the wave, it does the Teba. If you feign death, instead of actually feigning death, it does a Nali hovering, and it disappears. Wait, now I'm invisible. Oh, you shoot and you come back. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I believe before the 227 patch, you didn't turn invisible like that. If you clicked feign death, you just hovered, and you just stay in a hovering position indefinitely. There was no invisible mechanic. I'm sad that J isn't an emote. But okay. So that is playing as a Nali. I believe if I were to go, like maybe single player, you can't play as a Nali because single player is like the main campaign single player, and I believe you can only play that as a human, as male or female. But if I were to go like co-op match in entry, I could play that as a Nali. Yep. Next up, we have the Skaarj Trooper. This is basically, there are a couple of skins for this. The skins in this menu aren't actually the high definition skins, because the high definition skins are for enemy Skaarj Troopers, but I think if you actually play as a Skaarj Trooper player, it doesn't use the high definition skin, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, let us play. Let's try again that, which one was it? The entry game info? Is that high definition? No, I think that's normal definition. Once again, we now have 130 health. Are we taller? I think we're also a bit taller. Not as tall as the Nali, but a bit taller. And we are left-handed. Interesting. So if you play as a Skaarj, your gun is in the other hand. So we have. Oh, so I forgot to say, by the way, if you play. Well, if I summon. What am I doing? Summon a super health. It goes up to 230. Then I summon another one. It actually goes up to 260. Whereas with the Nali, if I summon a super health, it only goes up to 160. So Nalis are more limited in health. They have normal health 80, maximum 160. And Skaarj have normal 130 and maximum actually 260. So Skaarj can actually have a lot more health. So it kind of makes it unfair. It's probably why. What's interesting, because when I played Deathmatch in my Andre Plays Unreal Deathmatch videos, I actually found the Skaarj enemies easier than the normal human enemies. Like, even though technically they would have had more health. But I guess, I don't know whether it's just their programming, but they just seemed a bit dumber. They weren't as skilled as some of the human players, so I don't know why. But I guess really, I believe Skaarj can also jump further, or I don't know. If you dodge, they do a further dodge. So yeah, in Unreal, if you double click a direction button, like if you double click forward, back, left, or right, you do a dodge. And when Skaarj do a dodge, they do this whole jump. Let me actually see what happens when you dodge as a human. If I'm just like going to be this guy. And once again, I did Unreal. Whoops. Just do a jump. It's just a jump. Okay, the Skaarj does the rolly roll though. And if you dodge the Nali, let me check what Nali looks like dodging. They just do a jump, okay. But yeah, so let's look at the Skaarj emotes. We have the taunt. Or that just... Like, the Nali and Skaarj emotes, they aren't actually, like, technically emotes. They aren't, like, really gestures that, like, they would do to, like I said, with humans, it's meant to be, like, taunt, victory, and wave. But for Skaarj and Nali, it's just various things that the monsters can sort of do in the world. Like, the Nali can pray or, you know, call you over. And the Skaarj can sort of, be, like, touching controls. If you click J, Skaarj does touches the control. If you click K, nothing. If you click L, nothing. Okay, so Skaarj just has one taunt, and that is the touching the controls. I'm sorry that I'm using inconsistent language. Sometimes I call them taunts, sometimes I call them gestures, sometimes I call them emotes. Yeah, I don't know, like, in game they're called taunts, but one of them's actually the taunt, and the other one's called the victory taunt, and the other one's called the wave taunt. So it's a bit weird nomenclature anyway. And feign death, they do a big sort of flippy over. And they stand up again. Cool, and even little tail. Okay, that is kind of it for what I wanted to show you for the player skins. What else did I want to show you? I guess if I'll probably be a human. I'll probably be a guy now. Should be Dante or Bane? Be Bane. That I'm still trying to see if that. Wait, I'm gonna go J, K, L, Bane Death, and let's see if mirror mode comes up. And now still doesn't. I think J, K, L. And change character. How do we get this mirror mode? Sorry, I'm still really curious. Oh, I have to reload this, don't I? J K L main desk. Still no mirror mode. I'm gonna have to keep experimenting. Or maybe ask someone from the community. I could always just ask someone from the community. Maybe I'll see if one of the people who work behind the scenes in making Unreal 227 know how to get it. I might just ask them. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna be Dante or Bane. I'm gonna be Bane actually. Bane is usually who I play as when I play Unreal online with friends. I usually play as Bane. Or I use custom skins that I downloaded, which, like I said, when you play Unreal Online, you have all sorts of custom maps and custom mods and custom skins and a bunch of all this extra stuff. But I'm not really going to talk about that stuff because it's not really in Unreal. It's just all the... Well, I want to play through all of the custom fan-made maps. But the other stuff like the skins and the various weird mods that just I'm not really that interested in showing off all of that side of things. Anyway, okay, next up in my Andre Plays Unreal Deathmatch, I played a bunch of Deathmatch maps. And I played all of them in the Deathmatch game type. So like I was always playing the same, I was playing the game, I played a whole bunch of maps, but the game type I was playing was always Deathmatch. But now I thought I might as well play some other Botmatch game types. They're technically not the same as your standard Deathmatch. So one here we have is called Team Game. Team Game is basically like a team deathmatch. You have like two teams, red team and blue team, and you kill people on the opposite team, and the people on the same team are friendly to you. They don't kill you, but they don't interact with you in any way either. They're kind of just like Unreal Gold does not have amazing bot programming. Unreal Tournament has a lot better bot programming, and they really Unreal Tournament was designed for bots and for multiplayer. So it really has a lot better programming for your friendly bots can actually follow orders, and you can command them, and you can do a whole bunch of stuff with them, and they're a lot better programmed. But anyway, if we have Team Game, what map should I do? Let's do DMDeck 16. That's a pretty big map. So it's interesting because Unreal actually has Unreal has 4 teams programmed into the game. If I look at this player, I can set my team. I can be red team, or blue team, or green team, or gold team. So you would think it has 4 teams. Like it should have 4 teams, but for whatever reason, there's a bug or a oversight with the programming where you can only ever have 2 teams. Like only 2 teams ever work in Unreal Gold or the original Unreal. And I don't know why they never fixed this bug. Even with all the 227 patches, this bug is still there. I don't know whether it was a bug or whether it just wasn't sufficiently programmed in. But for whatever reason, you have the green and gold skins, but you can't actually play a team game with more than 2 teams. It's always red versus blue, and that's it. But if I do team game, okay, rules, you got frag limit. That's like how many kills to win. Time limit, how many minutes till the game's over. Weapon stay. I talk a bit about this in my Unreal Shareware video, where basically weapon stay means that when you run over a weapon, the weapon remains there, but you can't pick up that weapon again in the map. So like if I run over, say, an ASMD, the ASMD doesn't disappear. It's still there for other players to pick up, but I can't pick it up again. I can only pick up ammo, not the actual gun. Except for if someone drops the gun. If you kill someone and they drop a gun, you can always pick that gun up. But the actual guns in the map, I can't pick up another ASMD. If weapon stay is off, it makes it identical to like single player mode, where if you can pick up a weapon and that weapon basically disappears, and then because it's deathmatch, you have to wait for that weapon to actually respawn. But you can always pick up weapons. Do you get what I mean? So what does it say down here? If checked, weapons will stay at their pickup location after being picked up instead of respawning. Humans only basically forces humans. It forces there to be no Nali or Skaarj player models. I think this was a 227 implemented option. You also have friendly fire. So you can choose, I think 100% means if you shoot a player, like if you shoot someone on your team, they get full damage. 0% means if you shoot someone on your team, they get no damage. And you can sort of choose something in between. So you can say, oh, if you shoot someone on your own team, it does like limited. It does like, you know, limited damage. I just put friendly fire off. Settings, you can actually choose classic, hardcore, or turbo. And what does it say down here? Classic is basically the same as single player, like the same as the normal campaign. Hardcore is 10% faster with 50% damage increase, and turbo I think is like hardcore but adds extra fast player movement, so it makes the players move extra fast. I don't really like these hardcore and turbo modes. I just like the classic. It's just, you know. Then you have bots. We have bot skill. I usually play on skilled. Number of bots. You can configure the individual bots. Like I said, even if you make their teams like green or gold, it doesn't actually work. You can also change all their features, like their accuracy and their alertness and all this stuff. What does it say? Accuracy. Adjust the bot aiming skill to bad aiming, good aiming. Combat style. Stay away attacking versus aggressively approach their enemy. Alertness, unaware of their surroundings or fully aware of their surroundings. And camping. How much they like to hunt you versus camp. And what about skill is just a general easy versus hard. But I play with random order on, which means that it doesn't pick from, instead of picking these 8 default ones, random order basically means pick any 8 out of like the 32 or whatever bots in its memory, as opposed to just picking the 8 that I've configured in my setting. Because it has, if you go like 32, or only do maximum 31, then you can see there's like a lot of bots in its memory. Okay, really there's 27 bots, and after 27 it's just this default one for, I guess, a nameless one for a couple of ones. But yeah. Okay, so DM deck 16, let's do 15 bots. Auto adjust skill, by the way, basically makes the bots easier or harder to match your skill level. I don't want to do that. I'll just keep it on skilled. Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Okay. Red, blue. So I should be red, yeah, because then the player bot one, so I should really be red here. Okay, let us play this team game. I shouldn't have done random order. Wait a second. I shouldn't have done random order because now they're not going to be balanced. Yeah, let me pause this. Sorry about that. I should have gone random order off. Now there'll be balanced teams. And we played best in 10 minutes. So yeah, scoring, you get individual scores, but you've got to maximize your team score. So it's really team based. Oh, he's my teammate. Whoops. I forgot he was my teammate. I'm so used to seeing someone and just killing them. Is this mouse too sensitive? I feel like this mouse is a bit sensitive. There's blue. Hello, red guy. Oh, I'm still player 1 instead of Andre. Oh well, I'll just be player 1 then. I can always go set name Andre. Oh, it doesn't like my accent. Okay. Have to do it here. Oh, it doesn't like that either. Okay. Oh, I know how to do it. I have to do it. To actually get the game to like putting in the accent, because I'm trying to do it through an alt code. I'm trying to do the E with the accent on through like an alt 0233 code, and the game doesn't like that. I have to probably either have set it as like a key on my keyboard, like with a French keyboard or something, or I have to do what I've done before, which is sort of do it through using through advanced settings and actually like, or doing it through sort of behind the scenes advanced settings sort of details where you can actually, or editing the INI file or whatever, you know, something like that. Whatever, I'll just be player one. Doesn't really matter. Oh, that's my teammate. Whoops. I need to catch up. We're only 2 behind. Oh yeah, the problem is you don't know what team the Skaarj player is on, because the Skaarj doesn't change skins for teams, only the human players do. Damn it, Blue's winning. My teammates aren't that great. This is embarrassing. Maybe I should have made it 5 minutes, since I'm not really doing this for the deathmatch video. I'm just kind of showing off how it works. Oh, god damn it. He's getting stuck on the stairs. Stupid bot. Is Skaarj on my team or not? Let me look at this guy. He's on my team, okay. There's one Skaarj on my team and one Skaarj on the other team. Yeah, it also says when you see their name at the bottom, when you look at them, it says it has their name in red or blue. Dominator is dominating. Oh, god damn it. Can I jump up here like this? Let's try to get this health. I'm trying to jump up onto there. I probably can do it. This mouse is a bit too sensitive. I just turned down sensitivity. Now it feels really slow. I'm turning it up again, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, let me... Whoopsie. Wait, why did it... Oh, whoops. I forgot I had that command set. I forgot I had that command... Well, I'm going to talk about that in a second. I forgot I had that command set. Okay. Wrong button. I meant to click pause, but actually I clicked scroll up. And I forgot I had that command set to scroll up. That is something that I'll talk about in a second. I guess I could... I'll keep it like this, whatever. No. Yeah, I should have just made it first to 100 or something. We're embarrassingly not in the lead. The bots are stupid, but I'm stupider. Who's that guy? Is he on my team? I'm not good at this. Okay, yeah, that wasn't great. But I mean, I'm not really trying to win per se, I just want to show off these game types, so to show you how things are different. That was it for Team Deathmatch. Now, let's look at, and yeah, I'll talk later on about that thing that I just showed you, the old menu. Can I just see something? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, whoops! It's opening a new map. Didn't want it to do that. Okay. Go back to Bane. You also notice oh, you can change skin. So if I change skin, he changes skin immediately. So I can immediately change skin, but I can't immediately change player model. I see. The skin, did you get what I mean? So you can, if you change skin, you can change skin while in the same map and it will do it immediately, but the player model has to reload the map. Also notice as a guy, you make, if you're jumping sounds, and they have a different voice to if you're a girl. So if I jump, it's like huh, and if I die, or like if I summon Scar Warrior, kill me. He makes a different sound to the female dying sound. Okay. What do I want to do? Okay. Next up, let us look at King of the Hill. King of the Hill is basically like Deathmatch, except one person is the king. And when you kill that king, basically when the king has a red glow, and I think their weapons are twice as powerful. And when the king kills some, basically when you kill the king, you get 6 points and you become the king. So it's like, it adds like an extra, how do I explain this? I mean, in normal King of the Hill, in Unreal, you can still kill other players. You can still kill other players for 1 frag. But if you kill the king, you get 6 frags. And then as the king, you want to kill everyone else to get frags. And then whoever kills the king gets 6 frags and becomes king. So it's like, it makes your efforts more focused on killing. Everyone's trying to hunt down the king rather than all trying to kill each other. Although the bots do tend to just still try to kill each other because the bots are stupid. But when I play King of the Hill online, like the community has actually made something called Pure King of the Hill, which is like a fan-made, custom game type, which is like King of the Hill, except if players kill each other and not the king, they actually lose a point. So it actually penalizes killing other players. So you have to only kill the king. So it really is not a free-for-all game anymore. It's really like everyone against the king sort of game. But that's not like that in normal Unreal. You have to download a fan-made game type. Either way, where should I play? What's the nice map for King of the Hill? No, that one was let me try letting. Yeah, that's not a bad one for King of the Hill. We can do 10-minute maybe. We do another 10-minute game. And for this we want, let's just do 2 to 5 players it says here. So let's do 4 bots. Random order, we want random order on. Okay, let us begin. And the first person to get a kill becomes king in the beginning. Oh, I'm king, sweet. It's a bit hard to see you, king. You rack up points very fast in King of the Hill. Unfortunately, there's no HUD thing which tells you who's king in just the default, you know, King of the Hill that comes with Unreal. Oh, I'm king. How do I? Oh, damn it! I forgot how to get out of there. I could have gotten the shield up too. I'm in the lead. Where is that king? Yeah, for whatever reason, but this mouse just feels like too fast or too, I don't know, I don't have the same control of it as I used to have. Okay, I'm super in the lead here. Who's king? Who's king? Yeah, I really wish it actually said, like, on screen who the king was. I'm actually not sure if my weapons are double powered or not. Like, I'm not sure if that's something to do in the... Wait a second, let me... I'm actually going to turn this down. I'm actually not sure if that's something to do with the default King of the Hill game type, or if that's something to do with only the pure King of the Hill that I talked about, the fan-made one. Yeah, this is better on my mouse. This is better on my mouse. Okay, I'm super in the lead here. I suck. Oh, they're catching up to me. Nice, nice. Well, I won that. But yeah, you get the idea. It's interesting. Even if you're a woman, like even if the player is a woman who becomes King of the Hill, it still says they became King of the Hill. Whereas in the fan-made pure King of the Hill mode that I talked about, if a woman becomes king, it says they became Queen of the Hill. So it's like a bit, yeah, it's a bit sort of better design aesthetic, like with aesthetic. Is aesthetically the right word? Like it has like nice like touches here and there, you know. And like I said, it also has the in the pure King of the Hill, it also has the it tells you in the bottom left hand corner who the king is. So you're more aware, you can just look there and see, okay, that person's the king. Rather than wondering like who's the king, trying to like notice the faint reddish glows. Okay. The next thing I kind of want to show you is a marine match. This is actually, marine match is one, all the ones here that say UPEC are the ones that came with and Return to Our Party. Sorry, I had a mental blank for a second. All the ones that say UPEC, all those ones that came with Return to Our Party. They're not all that good. What's UPEC game? I don't know what UPEC game is. But they're basically, like I said, they're not really entirely different game modes. They are just like slightly different. Like nowadays, the differences they make to the game would be called mutators. In Unreal Tournament, it's basically, in Unreal Gold, it was like if you wanted to make a small change to the rules of a game, you had to have a whole different game mode. Whereas in Unreal Tournament, they were like, okay, let's introduce the idea called mutators, where you can enable certain mutators and those make small changes to the gameplay. And then the 227 patch for Unreal Gold enabled mutators for Unreal Gold. So, or was it the 227 patch, or were they actually... I am not 100% sure when mutators were enabled for Unreal Gold. I'm not sure. Either way, Marine Match basically makes your enemies Marines. I'm not sure if the Marines team up on you or if they don't. What map should we play? Let's play... what was that one? What am I thinking? Fire in the Hole. That's a pretty small map. Should we... let's just do... let's just do 5 minutes maybe? Let's do 3 bars. And okay, skilled. Let's try this.
Four. 2. 3.
I'm trying to see whether the Marines team up on you.
2. 3.
Enemy dead, sir.
4. 2. 4. 1. 3. 4.
All the guns have been replaced. That's right. The rocket launcher gets replaced with the April gets replaced with the rocket launcher, but many of the guns don't get replaced at all. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the Marines don't actually. Oh,
4.
cloaking device.
4.
I'm pretty sure the Marines don't actually kill each other at all. Yeah, the Marines aren't actually trying to kill each other. It's just me against all of them.
2.
We're the good guys.
Did you hear the Marine said we're the good guys?
We are here to help you.
I don't really like the weapon replacement thing because it leaves many weapons not being replaced, so there are fewer weapons here than there would ordinarily be.
Enemy dead, sir.
But yeah, this mode is inspired by the Marines from Return to Our Party, where you know that sequence where you got to kill all those Marines, you know, on the Prometheus.
4.
They're killing themselves a lot.
4. 4. 3. 3, 3,
I need more ammo, that's what I need.
We're here to help you.
2, 3,
They kill themselves so much.
4, 3,
Oh lol. I forgot, if you disconnect, it takes you back to the map, the disconnecting map. But that actually remembers where you were in the map. That map's like sort of constantly running in the background. So when you disconnect, it takes you back to that map. But of course, then because I spawned a Skaarj there, the Skaarj attacks me. Let me just go to entry. That's better. If I disconnect, does it take me back? If I disconnect, it takes me back there. Okay. Okay, now let me just check what I want to talk about now. Okay. Now I guess I kind of want to show off all the different menu settings. Because I mean, you've seen some of them, around, but you haven't really seen all of them. So let me just sort of show off all the things that you can do in the menus and what they all do. Okay, so we have new game, campaign, Unreal, or Return to Nepali. When you get like custom campaigns off the internet and stuff, all like the fan-made campaigns, they often appear here as well. Difficulty. Easy, medium, hard, and Unreal are the 4 difficulties that originally came with Unreal and Unreal Gold. This Extreme, Nightmare, and Ultra Unreal were extra ones added in the 227 patch, and they're basically designed more for co-op mode. So when you actually play with other people, or I guess if you want to give yourself a really, really, really hard challenge, they basically make like I think they actually spawn extra monsters, and they make it so you take a huge amount of damage, so like if one shot hits you, it gives you like a lot of damage, and they basically make some changes which make it really, really hard. Classic balance, what this does is they basically, in the 227 patch, they made some changes to like how certain enemies, what does it say at the bottom? If checked, some gameplay mechanics will behave like those from old Unreal versions. Like they changed some of the mechanics slightly, and if classic balance is on, it basically makes the mechanics more like the original Unreal, and as opposed to the slightly changed versions that they did for 227. Mutators, we've talked about mutators. Then we have advanced. This is basically more like where you can choose any of the game classes that come with Unreal, and any map in the game that you want to play. weapons. So for okay. So if you change the type of game, like if you change King of the Hill, the rules change. Go to Unreal Game. Go to what, single player. Then the whole other bots part disappears. But if you go to Deathmatch, now you can set the rules. I want to keep that on 10 actually. Choose classic, all this stuff. They choose the settings, and you can set the bots and everything. It's cool. Half these game types, I don't know what they even do. Like there's UPAC transition info, which I think is for the cutscenes in Return to Nepali. There's V-Writer's game, which I think is designed for like, if you do V-Writer's game in a map, does it actually just spawn you with 12 health at the beginning? But if I choose an arbitrary map, like this one, does it actually spawn me with 12 health at the beginning? Yeah, it does. So that's what that does. It's like the different sort of game modes, because as in like when you start Unreal and you fly through the castle, you know, in the flyby, that's a certain game mode. When you start Vortex Rackets, it's a certain game mode. These are all the sort of game modes that are used once again behind the scenes. They're not really like they were never intended for people to actually play games with these as the game class. This was just more all the behind the scenes sort of mechanics. Either way, let's see, entry game mode on entry. Okay, cool. And if I I'm curious which one. If I go, if I do entry game mode in, I don't know which game mode does the actual flyby without any of the HUD. If I do this, no, this has the HUD. Okay, that's not what I wanted. If I go test game info, that's UPAC. Never mind. Unreal game info, is this it? No, it still has the HUD. What's the one without? So I want it to like spawn me without showing my weapons, without showing any of this stuff. I thought it would be Unreal game info. Entry game, single player, team game, Unreal. I really thought it would be Unreal game info. Doesn't matter, either way. Let's just go back to entry. Okay, load game. You can basically, like in the original Unreal and in Unreal Gold, like before 227, the save slots were like, yes, you had a limited number of save slots, but with 227, you have like arbitrarily many saves, and each one comes with like a little. It's like if I save this here, then I can go load, and you see a little screenshot, and this screenshot is a 227 thing. So there's like, instead of having like a fixed number of saves, like 10 or I think 9, I think there's 9 or 10 saves. Now you actually can make as many as you want, and you have a nice little screenshot, and you can, yeah, you can also restart the map. That's been there from the very beginning, from Unreal. Even if you died in a map in the single player, and you didn't save, if you didn't have any save files at all, you could always restart that map. That was always like an option right from Unreal was first released. But yeah, there's no option to delete saves in the Unreal interface. To delete saves, you have to literally just delete the file, and that makes the entry go away. Save, we've talked about, you can save over. Botmatch, we've talked about how this works. Let's just go to, what do I want to keep it on by default? Let's do Deathmatch game, and let's do whatever. Let's do this. So now it's on that, cool. Multiplayer. You can, yeah, whatever. I don't care. You can go on internet games. Of course, for then you have to download a lot of stuff. As soon as you join a server, it automatically downloads all the packages that server actually has, you know, because there's often these contain a lot of custom maps, custom mods, custom content. You can start a new multiplayer game. It's a very, you can click start. This is like what's called a listen server, which is just like a server that you just like hosting temporarily. And dedicated does a dedicated server where this actually makes the whole game minimized, and like it's like a new icon in your like taskbar, in your Windows taskbar. We can actually, it's the whole thing. It's a very, the way online games work is very primitive compared to modern games. It's like really like to join a server, you can click open location. You can actually literally type in the IP address of the server you want to join, because that was how you originally joined servers in like Unreal version 200. In Unreal version 200 there was no server browser menu. It was literally just your friend told you their IP address of the server, and you literally opened Unreal, go open and type in the IP address of the server and joined it like that. It was very, very primitive compared to modern games. Find LAN games. Similarly, opens the LAN servers. You can check what LAN servers are available. Disconnect from server is like when I click the disconnect button, that basically takes you back to an entry map. And reconnect to server makes you join the last map that you were part of. Download latest update. I'm not sure what that does. I guess it opens up probably old Unreal or one of these websites that where you can download the latest update. But technically the latest public update is 227J, because 227K is not actually public yet. It's still like sort of being worked on. I just have access to the 227J, I guess the pre-release, you know, one of the pre-release editions. Okay, options. What does this do? This does that. Okay. Preferences. We have all these video preferences you can look through. Just changing all the video. A lot of these are like part of 227, like all these pre-cache content, anti-aliasing, pawn shadows, all this, you know, really nice stuff. You can change your video driver, all this good stuff. Game, you can change your language. You can change your menu. Now, if you change it to classic menu, this basically, in order to actually have it take effect, you have to actually restart Unreal. And then if you load Unreal, it will have the classic menu. But there's a way to actually bypass that. One of the keys, actually, I actually have one of my keys set to sort of open the menu, but like because of how Unreal is programmed or whatever, because I'm not clicking escape, because I'm clicking like one of the other keys, opening the menu, it sort of opens it in the default Unreal menu. So if I go click that key again, we have the default Unreal menu opened, and that's basically what would happen if you were to change the menu to classic menu. It will do the same thing. But if I open the default Unreal menu, you can see you can save games. Oh, it has screenshots now. Oh yeah, because this default Unreal menu has actually been edited for 227K. Because like I said, as in, because they, you know what, I might as well just show you guys. If you click classic menu, and then you click restart. Should restart Unreal? Yeah, let's do it. Unreal is opened, I have to wait for OBS to sort of find it. Okay, OBS has found it. Okay, now when I click escape, it opens up like the classic menu. But of course, this isn't the original classic menu. This has had some changes programmed into it, so it's compatible with 227K. So for instance, when we go load, we see the screenshots. New game, you can choose Unreal or Return to Nali. We can choose the extra hard difficulty settings. Game options, Botmatch. Configure game. All these settings. Configure bots. It's interesting, it has death messages. I don't remember whether this setting appeared in the other menu. Configure bots. All these settings. if you get individual bots, you can like look at these individual bots. Interesting, okay. Wait, if I go Botmatch, start game. Oh, can I play as Nali? Yeah, I can play as Nali. Interesting. Select mutated. Oh wow, it actually has a mutator menu in the old Unreal menu. Like I said, this was all stuff implemented for 227. Or 227J, I can't remember which. Okay. Multiplayer, this still opens up the normal menu because they couldn't make a multiplayer menu in the old menu settings. Start game, you can go do that. Player setup. You can set up your player. Options, you can do all these options. Customize controls, a lot of customizing controls. Prioritize weapons. All this stuff. Now you have advanced options. This advanced, and you can change the menu to be the new menu. Advanced options opens up the advanced options. So there are so many. There's like thousands and thousands of options in advanced options. But if you open up advanced options, it actually stops Unreal being full screen. It like makes the menu, it makes the game like windows, and opens up like a separate window, like a separate actual Windows window where you can do all the advanced options. If I do that during this game, I mean, I can show you what will happen. You won't be able to see it if I click advanced options. Basically, yeah, you can't actually see it because it's like a separate window. And I have Unreal program, like I have my OBS program to only show you the game window, so you can't actually see this other window. But if I get out of the advanced options, we get back into the normal options. Audio, video, back to settings. And interestingly, if you click quit, you actually see the credits, and I'm pretty sure these credits, I'm not sure if there's a way to see these credits in the normal Unreal menu, or at least in the Unreal Gold menu, or at least you have to actually go in Unreal Gold, in the default Unreal Gold menu, you have to go out of your way to see the credits, whereas in the old Unreal menu, the credits appear every time you try to quit. Okay, let me go options, menu design, U menu. Come on OBS, find the window. Come on, find it. There you go, you found it. Excellent. So that was that. Weapon hand that we've seen. You can also make your weapon hidden. Gore level, you can actually make the gore. So if normal gore, if I go summon, let's go summon Nali, and summon, let's go black cannon. Normally, it's red, you see lots of blood, it's very gory. If I go to reduce gore, now if I summon Nali, the body just disappears. So if I try that again. The body, it's still red blood and the body still falls, but the body just vanishes. It doesn't show you all like the bits of the limb and everything, all the blood and guts and all the Wait, does it still show you? Wait a second. Does it still show you all these decals? Oh, whoopsie. No, also all these bloody textures are also off. Interesting. And lastly, if we go to ultra low, if I summon a Nali, now the blood is green, so it doesn't even show you red blood, it now shows you green blood. So it's not even bloody anymore. It's really like censored, you know. So I guess I don't really know what this is for. Like, I mean, I feel like if you're mature enough to play Unreal, you're kind of mature enough to play it on all the gore settings. It could be to do with like international releases and censorship in certain countries where they don't want, you know, games to be violent, or it could just be maybe they just wanted to be like, hey, in case you want to play the game with like less violent settings, here you go, you know, in case you don't want to see all the blood and guts. Because I mean, we can laugh at the blood and guts nowadays and be like, these graphics are terrible, but back in the 90s this was like hyper realistic. Let's go back to normal. So if I summon a Nali again, all those beautiful gibs. Okay, view bob, that's sort of like you're bobbing up and down as you walk. Game speed, changes the game speed. NG stats local logging, some long archaic internet website that sort of kept track of your stats for you when you played Botmatch and stuff online, or when you played online games, it like recorded your player and your stats and everything. But whatever it is long defunct. Input. A bunch of these input settings are kind of designed for like the pre-mouse days. Like you have auto aim. What auto aim actually means is that, because for people who played back in the 90s, many of them didn't have a mouse. Like Unreal was always designed to be played with a mouse. It was always like, you know, you should play Unreal with a mouse. But they did allow you to play without a mouse. So auto aim, what that means is that when a monster is above or below you, it will automatically make the camera go up or down to like give you vertical aim assist. Because if you play with a mouse, you can like forward and back make you the buttons forward and back make you go forward and back, and then left and right make you go left and right. But it's not easy to sort of change your vertical looking with if you're only playing keyboard. You know, in order to actually change your vertical orientation, your vertical, like, what's the word? Like where you're looking vertically, you kind of need to use a mouse. I mean, it's actually interesting. The default controls for Unreal use the arrow keys. Arrow key up is move forward, arrow key down is move backwards, arrow key left is turn to the left, and arrow key right is turn to the right. So it wasn't even strafing. The left and right keys didn't even strafe you left and right, they actually turned you left and right. Because I guess the whole modern WASD keys they weren't around back then. This was like still in the early days of first-person shooters, and they were still very much experimenting with what keyboard controls really worked for gaming. So you also have a joystick to enable joystick and stuff, but again back in the 90s. You have auto slope, so that you can when you walk up and down stairs, it automatically slopes your view to sort of up or down. Invert mouse, so that when you move your mouse down, it makes you look up, like airplane type controls. And mouse look, which basically is like, do you want to use the mouse at all? Mouse sensitivity, all this good stuff. Dodge click times, that's like when you how quickly you have to click the same direction button again in order to dodge. Network, yeah, 26. What's this like 2.6K dial-up networking back from the old days. Audio, you got to do your audio driver, all this good stuff. Controls, a whole bunch of controls. Before 227, there were actually before 227, there were a whole bunch of like these controls that didn't appear in this menu. Like in order to actually change or edit all these controls, you had to go to the advanced options. But in 227, they added a whole bunch of extra options into the sort of normal controls menu. So here we have a bunch of these things. All good stuff. And lastly, HUD. So you can change the HUD layout. Like normally the HUD looks like this, right? You can make it so that instead of having the numbers like big, have the numbers small. So if we do that, you can see now you see it say like 100 in the bottom left, but it's like small. And if I summon say armor, it actually shows you the individual like health of each armor. Then we have this mode, puts everything at the bottom, so you can go summon translator. Sort of puts all your health, your weapons, your items, and your armor all at the bottom of the screen. With this mode, which is similar, but it puts your items above your. Oh, and it also doesn't even show your health as like a number. Instead, it shows your health as like a bar. If you demonstrate yourself, see below the plus, below the red plus, you see like a white line. If you do demonstrate yourself, those lines get smaller, so you can sort of see that's like your health. So it doesn't give you a number; it just gives you like an analog display. So, but it gets, as you move the HUD layout across, it gets more and more minimalistic. In this, it's pretty minimal, just health, armor, ammo, and current item. And lastly, nothing. Playing without any HUD. So I guess more experienced players or more, I don't know, I guess I was going to say more experienced players might like playing with more minimal HUD, but I like the HUD. I like having full HUD. You've also got crosshair scaling to make the crosshair bigger and smaller, and HUD scaling to make the HUD bigger and smaller. This HUD scaling is a 227J thing. Before 227J, the HUD was a fixed size, which meant that as you play Unreal on modern computers with bigger and bigger resolution, the HUD itself gets smaller and smaller compared to the screen size. Because the HUD is like a set number of pixels high. So like if you play on modern screens that are like what's called 1920 by 1080 or whatever, the HUD looks really, really tiny because it's only like whatever 30 pixels high or some default number of pixels high. Okay, that is everything in the preferences. Player setup we talked about. You can also play as a spectator. It's more for online play to indicate that you're not actually being a player, that you're just being a spectator. Weapons, I've talked about before in one of my videos. Basically, with the weapons, you can select the order you want all the weapons to work. When I talked about it before, I think in my videos, it didn't show old weapons because I hadn't installed Unreal properly. But now that I've installed Unreal properly with installing 227J and then 227K to get it to work, whatever, now it shows you the old weapons features. So you see the sort of ranking of all the weapons in the game. So you choose the sort of order for basically when you walk over a new weapon, which weapon replaces the old weapon. You know, it's basically the order for like how you switch weapons automatically in Unreal. Advanced options does the same thing as we talked about before. At the advanced options, it makes the window small. It opens up this whole advanced options thingy. We talked about that. You can't actually see it. Okay, and show desktop has done that. Tool system console is the console. Time demo statistics. It shows this thing in the top left, which shows you your frames per second sort of thing. Okay. Show log. Basically, once again, that also minimizes Unreal and shows this log. There's no point in me doing it because once again, all you'll see is a black screen because you won't be able to see the log itself. Music menu. This is all 227 stuff. You go music menu. See, it's this menu where you can sort of look through all the songs that come with Unreal and sort of choose which song you want to play. This is all 227 stuff. Before 227, this stuff didn't exist. But basically, if you're playing like online or playing a map and you're like, actually, I want to listen to a different song. If you just want to listen to an Unreal song without opening the map, you can do it through the music menu. Admin menu, this is for online stuff, sort of banning players and getting players' IP address and that sort of thing. Debug mode, I don't know. This is this sort of thing. I don't know what this is for, but whatever. Mod, this is just for the mutators that I have available. It just changes some settings for the mutators. Okay, now recording. This is pretty interesting. If I go, let's start a new game. If I go recording, record game, let me just call it whatever, test. Now, I can walk around.
Prisoners 8, 4, 9 escaping.
Okay, now we can go play demo, play test, and we can actually watch.
Prisoners 8, 4, 9.
We can move around, and we can watch ourselves play through the game. So yeah, you can effectively watch a demo being played. And you're free to move anywhere you want. So if I go play a demo, test them. I can move like through the walls. I can move out of the whole map.
9 escaping.
You get the idea. Okay, cool. Lastly, help. About Unreal. Opened up the credits. Like I said, in the Unreal Gold menu, to see the credits, you actually have to. You actually have to like go out of your way to look for the credits. Either going help credits or opening the UG credits map. Technical support, that opens up a web page. About Epic Games opens up a web page. Epic Games has completely abandoned Unreal in every sense of the word. Like, Epic, the only thing left in Epic that's called Unreal is the Unreal Engine. But the Unreal Engine has been long divorced from the Unreal game, which it was named after. And, you know, they might as well call it the Fortnite engine now. But yeah, it's really sad. Epic has removed Unreal from all online stores, so there's not even a legal way to buy any Unreal games anymore. It's really sad. The only way to get an Unreal game is illegally, or if you still have an original CD. So yeah, but you see, if you click quit, it just says, "Are you sure you want to quit?" It doesn't actually come up with the credits menu like it did in the original Unreal menu. Okay, I think that's almost everything. There's just one more thing I want to show you, but to do that, I'll have to open up something else. So, I'll see you in a second. And we're back. Okay, I just got out of Unreal Gold version 227K and opened up my Windows XP virtual machine to show you just a few final things with Unreal version 200 and Unreal Shareware that I wanted to show you guys before, but I didn't actually get around to showing you. If we open Unreal version 200, we see the log there for a second. Now, if we do I mentioned the advanced menu. If I open up the advanced menu, the only way to do it, I don't think I can do it. Yeah, oh, you can do it through here. Okay. If I go options, advanced options, as you can see, it windows the game and opens up these advanced options here, where you can change a whole bunch of things. A whole bunch of settings. Yeah. As you can tell, the quality is... I mean, the graphics are still pretty impressive in Unreal version 200 on Windows XP, but it's not the same as the high definition ones from Unreal Gold 227K. Anyway, what I wanted to show you was if I go game, Botmatch. So the only game types available in Unreal version 200 are Deathmatch game, Team game, Co-op game, King of the Hill, and Dark Match. And as you can see, the only maps available are these ones, the ones that come with the original Unreal. So there are 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. You can also go start game and choose your player model. As you can see, these are not the HD player models, so they're a lot more pixelated. And as you can see, in this one you can actually play as Spectator. Spectator is its own model. Scar Trooper. Oh, there's only one Scar Trooper skin in this version. But you can do male 3, male 2, male 1, female 2, female 1, Spectator, and Scar Trooper. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And usually on Deathmatch, in most of these modes you can only select Deathmatch maps. Only if you go co-op game can you actually select any map from the whole game. So here, notice there's entry, but there's no entry MP over here. There's that gateway map. So yeah, that's all that. You have to go quick. Here's the credits menu to show you the credits of who made the game. And we quit. Now I'll show you in Unreal Shareware. It's the bot matches are even more limited. So now the only maps available are these 3 maps: DM Basie, DM Creek, and DM Crazy. The only game types are Deathmatch game, Team game, and Co-op game, so it's even more limited. And if you go Co-op, then you can pick all of the maps, but there's only a limited number of maps. Start game, you only can play as female 1 and female 2, but they do have all the skins of those ones. And yeah, if I go quit, we can quit out of it. And that is pretty much it. That's kind of all I wanted to show you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next video where I start showing off Unreal Tournament. Bye!